I've got AI fun, palm trees, yuccas, poison, and big hair, all on this week's episode of New York Tropical Garden. So please watch. Hi everybody, it's Tim. Welcome back to my channel. I really appreciate all of you coming back and seeing what I'm doing. I am still laughing about all this AI stuff that I'm trying to do, and I apologize that I'm putting you guys through it all. So that was just a little bit of me typing in like, I want palm trees under the moonlight. I want a scary castle with palm trees. I want alligators with palm trees. It seems to work really, really well with those kind of things, as long as I don't ask it to say New York Tropical Garden. That's when it just all goes crazy. For some reason, AI can just not spell tropical. I don't know why, or maybe it's just because it's confused too. It says New York Tropical, that doesn't go together, which a lot of people have said, including me. So that might be the issue, but if anybody has a solve on how to get AI to spell better, I would love to talk to you about that, because I would really like to make some fun things with it, but with my name of my channel, but it just won't let me do that. And I have to say, one of my friends said what I did this past week should be like Gothic Tropic, which I thought was pretty funny. Anyway, so this week, I am out in the rain again. It is raining, 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 raining. That's all it does here in New York right now. But we're about to hit some nice, really warm weather. And I'm hoping at that point the palm trees will really take off. And a lot of you responded regarding my mule palm. Thank you so much. I've got a plan in place, and I'm going to fertilize it like crazy, like never before. And we're going to see what happens. A lot of people think that it's just too wet. It's not enough fertilizer, and it might be just a bad specimen, but I am not giving up on this poor little mule palm. I'm going to make it work, and we will see what happens. So let's give it like 2 or 3 weeks and see if we can get some growth out of it. I'm also going to take you through everything that I'm working on right now, even in the rain, but hopefully you'll have some nice sunny shots here too, because tomorrow it's going to get really, really nice. And please like and subscribe, please respond, please comment. It's so much fun talking with all of you. I'm learning so much from each and every one of you, and I appreciate that, and I hope you're doing the same with me. And that's the beauty of having this channel, is getting to interact with everybody all over the world. And lots of fun. And I actually heard from a lot of people that are like, but I'm in Switzerland, you're talking to me. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know you were in Switzerland. So just fun things like that. I'm talking to a lot of people. It is hopefully getting much better out here today, so maybe we can, it's clearing up, as you can see the clouds behind me. Hopefully the sun will shine. And before the sun comes out, rain, rain, and more tropical rain. Ugh. But it finally cleared up, and my Parrot is outside. She loves coming out with me every once in a while. She doesn't want to be out there by herself. She definitely wants to be with me the whole time, but she is a lot of fun and can be very, very loud. I am out in the field, and my magnolia is blooming, and it smells so good. It's just a big, I'm going to show you how big the bloom is. It's like as big as my hand. And I have more buds on this, so it will hopefully continue to bloom. This cactus has never bloomed before, and it's got a bud on it, so I'm excited. And the funny thing about this cactus is that my friends who gave it to me came from another one that is very straight in its ridges, and mine is curving, and I have no idea why it curves on the way up, but if anybody knows why, I would love to hear that. And I do love that everything seems to do better the more it rains. Even my Yucca Rostratas down here, they look happy, even though they probably prefer a drier environment, but their drainage is really good because they're right on this hill by the pool. But yeah, everything seems to love the rain at the moment. So I got this pot on Amazon for the Lotus. There's no drainage, which is what you want. And it was pretty inexpensive. So now I just have to get the dirt and put it in. I have added dirt. It's just dirt from my garden. It's not potting soil because potting soil would like float. And now I'm gonna go get some filtered water out of the sink to fill it up. Putting a plate in there to try to disturb it as little as possible. I know it's still going to get very muddy. I probably need to refill this more, but you get the idea. It's not too bad. You can't really see in the video, but it is not as cloudy as I thought it would be. The dirt is basically staying on the bottom. Now I'm going to take these one at a time and kind of press lightly into the soil. I'm going to do a couple here. So here's one here. Trying to get it in focus for you. And I'm just going to keep the leaves layered on the side so they stay out of the water a little bit. And I'm going to press it down into the dirt where the little roots are. Hopefully. I'm just going to keep repeating that. And all of them sprouted except one, which I'm going to keep trying to get to sprout inside. But there we are in our bowl. And hopefully they'll take off. I'm really happy. They're only a week old, basically, at this point since I first put them in the water, so not bad. I am editing this in a few days later, and I wanted to show you that I've got a lot of growth here, starting to look like little lily pads. But I did want to point out where I said this was a mistake. When I draped it over the side, I guess in transplanting, it just kind of like withered those. The plant is still alive, it's just growing new growth elsewhere, but I just kind of lost the growth. I should have left that in the water, so I strongly suggest. I thought I was propping it up, helping it, but it did not help. So hopefully this will just keep growing, and I need to add a little bit of mosquito prevention in there. There's little pellets you can put in to keep mosquitoes out because I don't need that out here. This is the path down to the river, but I noticed some of my thornless blackberries have now started growing up in the field too, which I like. So they're spreading around, and last year I had so many blackberries, it was just insane. But yeah, that's the path to the river. I wanted to take a look at my bamboo because it's just getting bigger and bigger. It's actually starting to look a little bit like timber bamboo, and I know it's not as big as timber bamboo, but I never thought in New York I would be able to get bamboo this thick. And yes, I know it's running bamboo and it's a problem, but it's really beautiful. It's really, really beautiful, and it gives an amazing tropical sense to my garden, and especially on this hill over here. I love it because it was eroding a little bit, and now it's not eroding at all. And that's fine over here, because I don't mind it getting so tall here. But here's some of my black bamboo, and I don't remember the variety, but it should not be living here. I think it was zone 7 when I got it, but it has survived. But if you look off over here, the new bamboo growth is too high. And I don't mind it in certain areas, but right there, you're going to see it will start blocking my view of the bridge and the river. You can see there. So I need to go in and take that out. And right now is a really good time to take it out because it's very easy to cut because it's pretty tender and it has not hardened off yet. So I'm gonna go out and chop those down so that I don't ruin my view over on that side, even though I like the privacy. Here you can see some of it that I've taken out. And of course a rabbit that loves to eat all my stuff. Between the rabbits, the groundhogs, and the rain, that's my most challenging thing in the garden right now. Okay, it's time for this week's Garden Meltdown. Oh, this week's Garden Meltdown. So yes, another meltdown. And it's been going on a long, long time. It is my figs. So the past couple of winters, I've done nothing to my figs. I haven't covered them. I haven't mediated in any way for winter at all. And they've done just fine. In fact, last year I had so many figs. It was amazing. Even early on, they had figs on them right away. I think I got 2 crops of figs. This year, because I did nothing last winter and the winter was really harsh and we had no snow here in the Northeast to speak of, there was nothing insulating the figs at all. And they have died to the ground, which is okay because they're still alive, but it is, I'm not going to get any figs this year. So this is definitely a meltdown. And now I have to make that decision. Do I spend all that time covering them in the fall, which if you have watched any of my videos, you know how much work the fall is. And the thought of having to cover figs at the same time is, whoa, that's a lot of work. It really is. And even though I used to do it every winter, I have a lot more palm trees now and a lot more plants that I need to figure out what to do with. And so do I bank on the fact that, oh, maybe it'll be a nice warm winter again? Because we have had many warm winters in a row where the figs got through just fine with no protection. Such a dilemma. So I want to take you around and show you how sad my poor figs are, because they're pretty sad right now. So here are the 2 fig trees by the pool. And you can see, and I chopped these off already. These were probably about 8 feet tall. And so now they're down to this and I need to chop off more. But you can see they're definitely coming back. I'm not gonna get figs this year, but they're definitely going to come back. And these do get a little too bushy anyway, so I'm going to cut these back. I was trying to keep a single stem, but that's almost impossible because I've waited too long with these and it's more of a bush. Even at the roots, they're more of a bush. So it's highly unlikely that I could accomplish that. But I definitely probably will protect these figs this year, at least these up here by the pool. But I want to take you down around the flagpole, which is down where the sun is now coming up. And that's a little more tragic down there. Definitely not as good. The flagpole actually came with the house. It's a gigantic flagpole. It's just so funny that the former owners wanted a flag out here. They definitely got one. It's a big, gigantic pole. So now, I apologize all the mugwort that's in here, and this is mugwort. I'll show you. This is an invasive species in New York. It's very, very bad. It's not from here. It's all over the place. But oh, look at the sad, look how big these figs were. And like I said, they made it through. I mean, this right here is taller than me. They made it through the last couple of winters just fine. And I know I was gambling with this, definitely gambling. And you can see they are coming back. I have fig growth here, but oh, so many fig trees, and just sad that I lost all of these. And yes, when they are this wide, it was completely unmanageable to, I mean, that's probably a good 6 feet wide right there. Trying to tie those up and cover them is just nearly impossible out here. That is not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get a chainsaw. I have a chargeable one. I'm gonna get out here and take out all the dead growth and then really try to weed out all this lovely mugwort and get them going again for next year, and at least figure out if I'm going to cover them up, since I'm looking around and it looks like they all came back. There's all growth down below, but yeah, just hard. And then while I'm down here, I'll just show you. These are all my thornless blackberries growing here, and there's just a lot of them. And I do have some raspberries, and then over here I have to cover up my blueberries because the birds will take them all. But I have a lot of blueberries, just like Alex in Long Island, who has all his blueberries, but I don't think he has to cover his. Somehow his are protected. Mine, the birds will go for. And then I still have to deal with my vineyard over here. And I have to get that going. I have to come down here and mess with it on the vineyard, because everything is starting to take off. And I have to get to work on the caboose. There's so much to do here. I'm having coffee this morning, and while I'm sitting here, I look down and I see something on my Yucca Rostrata. And I think it is a flower stalk, which my Yucca Rostrata has never ever bloomed before. And now I'm wondering, is it all the rain that is causing this? Or is it because it was a really cold winter? I'm wondering, or it's just finally hit that age. But yeah, it's definitely a flower stalk. It's hard, it's such a tall plant now, I can't really like part the needles and show you there. But maybe I can get on the ladder later and show the bloom coming up. I'm so excited. It's never happened there before. So maybe it'll just keep going and it'll be beautiful. I can't even remember what they look like. And here's my Madagascar Palm. And I just wanted to show that it's starting to branch out in different sections rather than just one, which is fun as well. I like it a lot. And while I was looking at the water lilies and my frogs, I discovered that Brady the snake was hanging out by the pond. And I don't mind Jan at all, but I really don't want her eating my little frogs. But I guess that's just the way life is. And then while we're here, let's look at my Gunnera Manicata. It's grown a lot. It's actually looking pretty decent, I think, in its container. So I think the soil recipe is agreeing with it. So far, so good on this one. Here is the hardy pomegranate tree. It is still blooming away. I'm hoping this means I will get a lot of fruit. The flowers are really pretty on it because they're such a nice color red. And the bees seem to really like it. So very hopeful on this one. And I thought I would take you in the front yard for some real fun. My best crop out here is lovely, beautiful poison ivy. Yes, poison ivy. Because I live on a hill and there's a big hill above me, I was told that the birds will take the berries and drop them in the yard, especially the front yard, and I will probably never ever get rid of it. I don't have a lot in the backyard. And even down by the river, there's almost none through the woods there. But it is everywhere in my front yard, and I have to keep pulling it out and getting rid of it, but it just keeps coming back. And I'm highly allergic to it. If I touch it, I break out. But jumping in the pool helps get rid of the oil, and also using Technu, which is a product I buy from Amazon, and that works to get. If you do it within 3 hours, it helps. And while I'm out here, my regular Adam's needle yuccas are starting to bloom too, which is, maybe that's why the Yucca Rostrata is blooming. It's just the time for yuccas to bloom. So the stalks are all going up, and these are the really hardy version that they will spread, and they were here when I bought the house. So it's just a nice hardy yucca to have. And even over here, I love them. And they have really pretty white flowers, which I will show next week, hopefully on next week's video. But I just wanted to show you the stalks are all going up, and they get quite tall. So this is my new idea, and I wanted to tell all of you before I did it, because you are so used to me putting videos out on Saturdays, and I don't want to change that, and I didn't want to confuse anyone either. But I'm thinking midweek, I'm going to put out a video or two on specific plant items and talk about them more in length, rather than just my normal Saturday video where I'm taking you through so many different things. And I just wanted to warn all of you, I'm not changing my Saturday format. I'm keeping it the same, but you might get an alert midweek if I get this done, and that's fingers crossed, of, oh, Tim has a new video out, and you'll be like, what? It's not Saturday. And it's just because I want to do some specific things. I want to try to get a little bit more audience that way, of people that don't know about my channel, things like that. And I don't want to change the format of my Saturday, because I really like my Saturday format. I like conversing with all of you. I like my channel the way it is. I'm always open to suggestions, but I wanted to do a little bit more streamlined content. Of course, that train, it's like the moment I start video, the train starts. I can hear it back there, so I apologize. But anyway, if you have any great ideas, let me know. And I'm gonna see if I can get it done. Guess what? It's supposed to rain Saturday and Sunday. No pool parties for me, so I think I might just be inside trying to figure out some content for midweek. And let me know what you think about that.